Welcome back to another great episode of Facts and Stats. I know what it is. You have your boy Everett Jr. here. We got Q, and we got a guest that been on the show, if not once, probably twice. Oh, so I'm not sure if he got to introduce himself, but either way though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend about everything that we're doing here on the Facts and Stats podcast. Today's topics is going to consist of the NBA draft that wrapped up last night, and then also a big trade that happened in the NBA where Russell Westbrook headed to the Los Angeles Lakers. That is the two topics that we got for y'all today, and I'm gonna go straight to Cole. Cole, the NBA draft wrapped up. We're gonna say the Westbrook trade for a little later on, but the NBA draft wrapped up yesterday. First off, my first question to you is, what was your favorite pick in the draft? Like, what person you think may have the chance to just be the best fit? Obviously, outside of the top three picks.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go at number 11 with the Hornets. They picked James Bouknight out of Connecticut. That boy is a bucket. I didn't think he was gonna fall that far. I was hoping and praying we got to him, but I didn't think he was gonna fall that far. And for him to fall out of the top 10 is wild in and of itself, but that's definitely a W pick right there. I think he's gonna be the sleeper of the draft. I feel like in that top 13 picks that you didn't really expect him to fall that much.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be able to make a big impact in Charlotte.
So what you like about the fit though? Like, what do you envision his role being early on in his career?
More so a spark plug off the bench. I don't know what they're gonna do with Devontae Graham. Like they gonna sign him long term or let him go. And Terry's on his last year of his deal, so I don't know what the situation is gonna be between them three. But I feel like he's gonna take Malik Buck's minutes that he did have. Mm-hmm. But definitely a scoring punch off the bench to start his career. I think he could be a solid starter for sure though.
Okay, respect. You draft wrapped up last night. What's your favorite pick of the draft so far? Well, what was your favorite pick of the draft?
I like the Magic's pick at number 5, Jalen Suggs, young boy. He seems like, based off of what I been able to look into, he seems like a player that's real heavy on his intangibles, and he's more of he's like a win at all levels type of guy. Like I seen some crazy shit. Like he was like Mr. something in basketball and football for his state. And won all type of he won the did he win the March Madness last year? Or
they lost in the championship.
He hit that shot. That crazy ass shot, and he had got the block right before. He do little stuff like that. And with the Magic, a team that don't really, they got like a bunch of scattered young pieces, but they don't really have any direction. They don't really have nobody that's really like a on-court leader besides Cole, who's like just a dog. But I think Jalen Suggs could like shift the culture for them.
How you think he will fit though?
I think one of them gonna go. I think Markelle. I think they gonna trade him. Trade Markelle or Cole. Most likely Markelle though.
Yeah, that's what I was going by. I really did. A lot of people were stunned by that pick because I think the Magic was solely locked on Barnes. Like I think everybody thought Jalen was gonna go for Raptors. But the Raptors shook the draft up. They picked Scotty. It was a hell of a pick, great pick, better prospect than Jalen for sure. I'm not saying he's better than him at all, but I just think like the prospect overall game, I think he's better than Jalen Suggs. But the fit, that's the best way to put it. Markelle got to go because they have early Markelle folks, Cole Anthony, R.J. Hampton, Barry Harris, and then now they just plugging in Jalen Suggs. So I don't know what the hell they doing with that backcourt.
I think if you draft a guy like that, that pretty much means like you about to shift things towards his way. If you use your top 5 pick on like a guard, like you have to think that guard is good enough to take the keys, and you'd be willing to part ways with the other guards you got if you're using the top 5 pick on him.
Yeah, for sure. Me personally, bro, my favorite pick, and I'm not even in the first round with it. My favorite pick is Sharife Cooper. I love that pick to Atlanta. He get to stay home. The Atlanta Hawks actually just traded Chris Dunn today, who's been hurt literally all last year, pretty much hurt most of his career, are not pretty doing too much. And Sharife, although he is undersized like Trae Young, still got some game to him. You know, he got a great feel for the game. In comparison with Chris Paul, obviously he's not Chris Paul. He can score the ball. He's one of the best college passers the game has ever seen in college at the college level. And I just think that him and Trey can be a good 1-2 punch. One coming out, one coming in. That's my favorite pick of the draft so far.
How did he slide all the way to 48?
How did he slide that far?
I don't understand.
I don't understand. I didn't even mean to say that. I had one more favorite pick. My bad. I know y'all did one, but I had one more favorite pick. Ultimately, the best favorite pick is Cameron Thomas to Brooklyn. Like, there's no way. Like, that is an amazing pick. Like,
the rich get richer.
Exactly. Cam Thomas did a bucket on all three levels. He couldn't be guarded last year in college. He had to face multiple double teams. He get his shit off by any means. He could shoot. He just do it all. It's gonna be a perfect fit for Kyrie, KD, and Harden coming off the bench. So that's one of my favorite picks right there. Let's see what else. Talk about the Rockets though. Coming off with Jalen Green and Josh Christopher. Obviously they're two best friends since their childhood, pretty much. What y'all think how the Rockets season gonna shape out a little bit?
They're gonna be super fun to watch. Super fun. That's an AAU team they got over there.
Nah, for real.
It's really an AAU team they got over there. But they gonna be fun, definitely fun to watch. But I feel like they're gonna lose a lot of games. But they're gonna get the young talent out of it. They're gonna grow together though.
Yeah,
I want to see what Christian Wood. I want to see how they pair with Christian Wood. Like, what is Jalen Green gonna do for his game? Because he took that jump last year, but how much more of a jump is he gonna take? That's what I really do want to see.
And Christian Wood is really a dog. Really a dog.
Really is.
So what about you say you're a Hornets fan, you wanted to talk Hornets basketball draft wise, talk your Hornets talk real quick. Let us hear something.
Man, we got first of all, we got Book Knight at 11. Okay. Let's scroll down. Who else we get? We got Book Knight at 11. We got JT Thor at the beginning of the second. Don't know how he slid all the way to the second, but we'll take it. And then we traded back in the first round to get K Jones.
Yeah.
So we addressed the need at the guard spot. We addressed the center issue, and we got another scorer coming off the bench. I feel like they had the best underrated draft that nobody's talking about.
Okay. So what are you expecting for the Hornets this year coming up though?
Definitely playoffs. I feel like they would have made the playoffs, which they were in. They were 6th seed before Gordon went down. I feel like they definitely gonna make the playoffs this year, considering that the Wizards are just having a fire sale. So I'm taking them completely out of the situation. I feel like they're gonna slide in that 7th, 8th spot though. Make a little bit of noise, but they ultimately probably gonna go out in the first. But
Oh man.
You know what I want to know? I want to know why the fuck did the Kings draft Davion Mitchell?
Bro, I don't understand the pick at all.
I understand what y'all saying, but I mean, at that spot, who did y'all want them to pick? You got to look at who went after. Like
anybody with a guard. If anybody with a guard,
yeah. Why would they pick another guard?
They have a problem with drafting at the spot they already have. They did the same thing with Cousins. They just can't stop. They just really can't stop.
But come on, Davion is a great talent to have on your roster though.
Yeah,
that's not what you need though at all.
Ultimately, he's a backup, and you drafted a backup in the top 10. I don't understand that.
Are you saying I'm hearing y'all, but are you saying he only has backup potential, like he doesn't have starter potential?
He's not going to start over De'Aaron Fox.
That's on.
But I mean,
you're not going to get his full potential.
They drafted Halliburton last year. He wasn't going to start.
All right, so now they got De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton, and they got Davion Mitchell now.
Yeah, true, but I think it's going to happen now. Like y'all about to get Buddy Hill yesterday anyway. So what I do think now, Buddy is for sure on the block. I think Buddy's going to go out, and I think they're going to start Fox and Hallie or Fox and Mitchell, most likely Halliburton, and then they're going to go from there. And I think they're going to do some 3-guard lineup sometime. What OKC was doing. Charlotte was doing it too. Shit, Terry Graham, Melo, a lot of them teams doing it. No, that's a good little lineup.
I understand that defense is the thing too. I just don't understand why you take him in the top 10, and ultimately he's probably gonna be a backup. I don't see him starting over Reese, or you gonna start 3 guards. One of them being 5'10".
Obviously, he's not gonna start, but you can't tell me that's not a good piece to come off your bench though. You can't tell me what good guard comes off Sacramento bench right now.
But you use your
You
top
don't
10
draft a
pick for
backup in the
that?
top 10 though. If you don't do that in the top 10. That's wild.
What you mean? You got everybody that get drafted in the top 10 don't start right away.
It's the Kings we talking. You drafted a backup in the top 10. It's so many other places you could have went with this pick.
All right, example. Franz Wagner went right before him to the Magic. He's not starting.
I feel like that was gonna be the pick.
Kuminga, he's not going to start for the Warriors.
That's the well.
That's two totally different situations.
That's the Warriors. They might not even. They might not even make it to training camp with the Warriors.
True, I don't think they are either. But Josh Giddey, he's not going to start for OKC either. Zaire Williams, he's not starting for the Grizzlies.
I don't even know who. I don't even know who. I don't even know who those dudes is. I don't even know if they're gonna be starting or not. I just find it crazy how you could use a top 10 pick that you know is not going to start.
So all right, so cool. So why did the Hornets draft James? Then he's not going to start.
If he wasn't even supposed to slide down that far, that was a steal at where they got him at. My man should have been in the top 10.
Man. Oh my god! Oh my god! I feel like he should have went top 10 too. Yeah, I feel like he should have went top 10 too. If the Raptors didn't pick Scotty Barnes, the Magic would have picked him at 5, and then the Magic would have picked James for sure at 8. They had that. They had 4 and 8. I mean 5 and 8. They would have picked him at 8 for sure.
The Kings should have just traded now. Wagner was gonna be their pick, but he stole him right in front of him. So you could have just traded down and you could have got Corey Kispert. You could have got
no. I don't like Corey. I don't like Corey that much. He's gonna be a solid NBA player because if Bryson can play in the NBA, Corey's gonna be good in the NBA for sure. But the Warriors, man, they didn't get to trade either one of their first round picks. The Sixers were crazy as hell, winning Wiseman, Wiggins, 7 and 14 for Ben Simmons. That sounds like some shit that's worth Embiid, but I mean, Ben Simmons. Since I'm speaking on Ben Simmons, do y'all ultimately even think he's going to get traded, bro? Like, where do y'all even want to see him land? If so,
I'm trying to think. I don't really know a team that would be willing to really like trade for him right now, because a team would have to be willing to part ways with they all-star the way they talking.
Yeah.
So it's hard to even think of a team right now that even wants to do that right now.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. The asking prices is way too high. It's just this is low as his stock has ever been. They act like this is last year, 2 years ago.
Right.
My man just did what he just did the first. I don't understand.
First round picks. I don't understand. I see them asking. I see why they asking, because they don't want to just give him away. And obviously, the more they ask for, the more the more they're gonna end up getting. They might not get what they originally asked for, but they don't want to lowball themselves. The Minnesota Timberwolves already said they didn't want to part ways with D'Lo. I thought that was realistic, like that's something that could have happened. But once they said they weren't parting ways with D'Lo, it's really no other way they could really do it.
You think that's a good decision, right?
What, D'Lo for Ben Simmons?
Like them not wanting to part with D'Lo for Ben?
I wouldn't be opposed to that trade, just because like D'Angelo Russell, he's kind of injury prone a little bit, and you would be getting a better defensive guard to go along with Karl Anthony Towns, and it wouldn't be as bad as Ben Simmons with Joel Embiid, because Karl Anthony Towns, he could space the floor at least a little bit, so it wouldn't be exactly the same thing. And for a team that's like at the bottom of the barrel, it's just like I don't see why they wouldn't be willing to try that out.
I feel like they didn't give D'Lo up because him and Cat, they real close. Like the whole reason D'Lo even went there is because they real boys off the court. If they let him go for Ben, I can't see him staying around.
Yeah,
you're right. That's most likely it.
That's a fact. One more thing, my last thing before we finally talk about this big trade. I just want to say shout out to Josh, Christopher, Jalen Green. I hope they turn the Rockets up. Shout out to Isaiah Todd too, landed in Washington, hometown. Damn, man, this draft right here, y'all. We're gonna really sit back and talk about this draft in the next 5 to 10 years. Like it's amazing. It's a shitload of talent.
Yeah, it's talent in this draft
Yeah,
for real.
Deep draft, super deep.
shitload of talent. Like this is the first time I sat back and like looked at a draft and said, okay, obviously everybody love to compare it to 2003 draft. I think this is one of them drafts that you take away. Like what I think Cade, Green, and Mobley is going to be. Literally, only just talking about them three is going to be like crazy. They're going to be all superstars. I think literally every single one of them is going to be superstars in this league one day. And it's crazy because the third pick might end up being the best pick. That's a crazy thing. Cade's my favorite player in the draft. I think Mobley, the shit that he brings to the game, offensively and defensively, he can protect the rim, he can space the floor, he can shoot. Like it's crazy. He rebounds, he blocks shots, like he just do it all. And that's a great pick that he landed at Cleveland. I can't wait to see the road game with him and Garland. So
yeah, it's a lot of guys in the draft that I'm real curious to see, just from because I don't really be into college like that, but just from like me just doing a little bit of research, throughout this whole draft process, it's a lot of guys that like I'm interested to see, like Scotty Barnes, for example.
yeah.
Most of the mock drafts had him going somewhere else, but when you look at him, he kind of fits the type of mold that Toronto usually likes and usually good at developing, them wings that play defense and have a lot of athleticism. So it's a lot of guys like that I'm interested in seeing for real.
That's the pick that really threw me off. And I'm thinking, why didn't they? I can't understand. I'm taking Suggs there simply because you lose Lowry.
Yeah.
And who's gonna be the secondary ball handler after you really lose? You gonna allow Malachi Flynn? I feel like they gotta know something.
I forgot about
Flynn. They really believe.
They
must really believe in him. I can't.
Yeah, I mean,
they got to, because I don't understand.
And he's more of his kind of like archetype is like different than other guys in the draft. With he must have like did crazy in the workout because he's freakishly athletic. It looked like. So he must have showed out. They must see something with him. Like those are the type of guys they like developing though.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Scotty Barnes got DPOY potential, so it wasn't a bad pick. It wasn't a bad pick at all.
Y'all got any final things to say about the NBA draft, or any shout outs, any other picks y'all like for any other players?
Oh, rest in peace to Brandon Clark too.
Rest in peace to
Brandon Clark.
Terrence Clark. I think you said Brandon.
I fucked this man whole name up.
Yeah, but Terrence Clark. But Trey Man to OKC, that's a good one. But yeah, any other picks I want to talk about before we talk about the big trade that went down?
Shit, I got all my now. Shout out to Zaire Williams.
That's one of my favorite picks in the draft for sure. Q
might have been the worst pick of the draft.
I'm right at your head, Q. I need all your thoughts, your insights, what you see, all that shit. Your team, the 2020 NBA champions, Los Angeles Lakers, obviously go home in the first round, in my opinion, due to injuries. AD go down when y'all was up 2-1. Y'all now at Mr. Triple-Double, 4-time triple-double season average. We all know bad shot taker. You can probably say turnover machine, bad shooter, whatever. Hell of a player though, MVP. Russell Westbrook to your roster now. You got a big three of LeBron, AD, and Russell Westbrook. What was your reaction? I'm gonna start right there. What was your reaction? That's my first question every time a big trade go down. What was your first reaction when you seen the news go down of Russell Westbrook maybe coming to LA?
The rumors been there for really like since the offseason started, and ever since they started, that's something that I didn't want from off the rip. Yeah, I didn't want that at all. But it happened. I guess we was closing in on Buddy Hield, and then Washington they just jumped in. I really don't know what to really make of it. I initially I don't like it, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure Rob Pelinka has an idea of what he's about to do next, so I'm hoping he does something that it gives us floor spacing, because that's gonna be an issue with those guys.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. When I saw the news for Buddy, I'm like, okay, because everybody knows Buddy averaged 20 plus at Oklahoma. Like everybody knows Buddy can get it done. He can get a bucket by any means. So I wanted to see Buddy with a LeBron and AD type of talent around him. But then y'all trying to get Russell Westbrook. I'm like, I mean, when you got the opportunity to get a superstar, you do it, and you only lose Harold, who didn't even play, KCP, who LeBron is pretty much over with, and Kuzma, who y'all don't give a fuck about it for y'all whole fan base organization, and you had Russell Westbrook. He has a shitty contract, but I just think
that $40 million is crazy. That
crazy.
shit is really on our books, bro.
47 million, 47.
But now Russell Westbrook for sure closes the door on Dennis, and I think Drummond. There's no way y'all sign Drummond back, because that's just literally
that's kind of a good thing though.
Yeah, for sure.
Drummond didn't work out at all.
Anyways.
Yeah, nah, that nigga is terrible.
My initial reaction, bro, when I seen it is just obviously goddamn. And then three Hall of Famers respectfully is gonna make it work. LeBron, AD, and Russell gonna make it work. Now how good they can be, I'm not sure. Because like you said, floor spacing is gonna be a big, big issue. The only way this works is if I didn't even think of that. But he's a free agent too. If y'all sound like a JJ Redick,
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Like I was looking at it earlier. We got to get people that can shoot. JJ Redick is a guy that we can't get. Kind of concerned with him, because like it's this thing, like when those shooters that get to their like mid-30s and then they come to LA and then they forget how to shoot. JJ Redick is one of the best shooters in NBA history, but so is Danny Green. So of course I wouldn't be opposed to JJ Redick. We need all the shooting we can get right now. But they gotta have a plan, and they gotta like kind of already know and have commitments from guys to be taking some pay cuts in order to get to have done that trade.
Cole, real quick before I say my comment. Well, hold on, Cole, before I get to you. So obviously DeRozan sat down with Shannon Sharp, and he basically was begging to come to the Lakers. Saying like, yeah, if they're interested in me, we can basically get it done. Who would not want to play their hometown. Now you sprung up the discount word, and my gut is telling me some way, somehow, DeRozan is going to end up in LA. I know it may form the worst floor space in the league.
I'm thinking that too. Yeah.
But what would be your thoughts on that? If y'all add DeRozan on top of Russ and LeBron and
AD? What the fuck? I don't even know. Like, cause like who gonna shoot the ball? Cause LeBron, he's streaky. Anthony Davis is here and there with his shots sometimes. And we already seen like what happened when nobody was able to shoot in the playoffs last season. So true. I don't know. And like Russell Westbrook, he doesn't do anything when he doesn't have the ball in his hand. And
he crashed offensive glass. He crashed. That's a good dude to have.
He play hard every night.
He play hard every night.
Nah.
That's a great ad.
Nah, bro. I don't like it at all.
So we're not gonna be able to say you on this trade at all.
You said what?
So we're not gonna be able to say you on this trade at all. That's what you're saying.
I just don't like the fit, man. If somehow like Rob Pelinka, like once August 6th or whatever the day is come, and then we see this person signs, and then it looks better, I'll feel better about the trade. But as of right now, I don't like it. I didn't want them to do the move. I wanted the Buddy Hield move more.
Yeah.
And then we could have got. I would have rather paid Kyle Lowry like 20 something mil than get Russell Westbrook for 40.
47 at the end of the deal. Good Lord.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cole, and what's your thoughts? You had to say what he had to say. What were your thoughts when you seen the trade going down? And what you think about the fit?
When I seen it, I was like, what the? I seen the rumors, but I'm like, what the? They really pulled the trigger on this.
I know.
I was hoping and praying that Buddy deal went through, but I'm guessing they sent the offer to both of them, and they just, I guess Washington just said, "Fuck that, we doing it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Russ wanted to come to LA. That was the thing.
Exactly. I think that's so that Russ wanted to come to LA. My only thing is, if it does happen, I would love to see the Lakers and Nets finally meet. I'm done speaking on the Nets and that matchup now because we always want to see it last year. We didn't see it last year. But I would love to see LeBron, Russ, and AD going at it with Kyrie, Harden, and KD. Like, that'd be crazy. That'd be really crazy to me. And, knowing the Lakers and knowing what how the league shaping out, that both of those teams are going to add veteran players, throughout the season, buyout market, free agents for the love. So it's going to be a crazy-ass game, man. And another thing I wanted to say, I wish it was Dame that they was getting instead of Westbrook.
Oh, if it was Dame, I would have been in this bitch. I'd have been in this bitch. Got them having the parade already. Fuck that.
Like that would have been crazy. I don't see what fit that Westbrook is. I just can't see it yet. But I mean, he's an animal. Westbrook is an animal. I only got good things to say about him. I'm not a Westbrook fan though. I'm not a fan for how he plays the game of basketball. I just respect that he works hard every night. And anytime you can get a double any given night, that shows you work hard and you do what you got to do night in and night out. So, I mean, he's gonna bring that to the team. Another thing I said earlier to my other friends, say y'all had Westbrook last year in the playoffs and it was LeBron and Russ or Russ and AD. I feel like y'all would have still beat the Suns. I just think that them two, this is me speaking. I think them two out of the three. Any two out of that three playing in the playoffs is going to beat that Suns team. That's what I think.
Yeah, but
if you disagree, tell me why.
The Suns aren't the only team we have to worry about. It's a lot of teams. Like the Nuggets will be back, and with this spacing issue,
worry about the Warriors.
Yeah, we gotta worry about the Warriors, which that's them niggas is probably gonna light our asses up.
Y'all shouldn't be worried about the Suns at all, respectfully. Yeah, they bullshit on their run, bro. They had they run. They bullshitted.
Now we shouldn't be worried about the Suns.
That's crazy.
Mr. Devin Booker guy.
I'm a Devin Booker fan. Whatever the Suns got
going
on.
No, you ain't just a fan.
That's my favorite player, of course. Him and Luka. But I mean, whatever the Suns got going on, it's just I'm getting realistic, bro. It's just like the Carolina Panthers when they went to Super Bowl and they got whooped. That was their run. That was their season. The Suns bullshitted. Literally, all three rounds worked in their favor, and they lose. They problem.
The Suns ain't gonna be no pushover. They still gonna. They're
not gonna be pushover. They're not gonna be better than the Warriors. They're not gonna be better than the Nuggets.
Hey man, I'm just saying. I was saying in the first round that they wasn't all that. How people was hyping them up to be, but nah, we got to worry about the Clippers next season, which Kawhi's probably gonna end up coming back. You don't have to worry about the Warriors. That's going to be a lot to deal with if we have a spacing issue.
That's the biggest threat.
Got to worry about the Nuggets. And then out east, we're going to have to worry about either Giannis and them boys or KD. I don't know, man. I feel like Russell Westbrook going to mess around and put a ceiling on us. Like, I could just imagine, like I could see it right now, me watching the game next season. It's the fourth quarter, end of the game. About 19 seconds left. Everybody on the floor. Russell Westbrook pulls down the rebound. We down by one. He looks off LeBron. He takes off running, and then he turns the ball over. I could just see it.
That sounds like some Westbrook shit. So Q, you telling me it's nothing in your heart, nothing in your mind, like you didn't even smile when you looked at your phone and you see the news?
No, not at all. I wasn't. No.
Oh shit, man.
I wasn't happy. I was hoping the deal somehow like fell through the whole time. I ain't gonna care. Like I'm like, bro, please, like I seen that thing saying like the deal was talking about draft compensation. I'm like, all right, so that means we not about to like. I was like, can we just give him the pick for something else? Like,
that's crazy.
Get a different piece. Like, bro, I did not want Russ.
Nah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't be happy if my team was getting Russ either. To be honest with you, I would accept it because I had no choice, but I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just have to accept it and hope for the best.
Yeah, for real.
I can't wait to see Lakers Twitter when he hijack when he hijacked the
no,
playoff game. I
Lakers
just
are going
can't
to
wait.
they're going to super
I
bash
can't
Westbrook,
wait.
bro. They're going to
I
super
can't
bash
Bruh,
Westbrook.
it's about to be Laker fans, LeBron fans, and Russell Westbrook fans all.
Oh
All in
man,
one.
this
Damn.
is gonna
Oh
be lovely.
Lord.
It's gonna be
Oh
lovely. Ooh,
Lord. That's about to be all in one.
the cancer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey,
God.
damn, this is gonna be a good season coming up, man. This is gonna be a good season coming up for real. That was a big trade. I'm eager to see what the Warriors are going to do, though. I like what we got. Dude, I'm eager to see what the Warriors are going to do because I don't think they're done, and I don't think they're going to keep. Even though Moses Moody is a great pick, and they needed a pick like that, but I think they in the win now mode. So they're going to trade them 2 young guys and probably try to get Wiseman off, 2 or Wiggins off, and then try to add a superstar or another star player like they said they want. So
You think they're gonna be able to get Bill?
if Bill comes out and say yes, I want to get traded, which he said he has no intentions yesterday on getting traded, which I don't understand why. But I mean, this is last season anyway. After the season, he has a player option. I'm pretty sure he's gonna opt out.
He probably want the Supermax, low key.
Yeah, but me personally, I don't think he's gonna do. He only get the Supermax if you sign with that team back. I don't think he's gonna sign with it. I don't think he's not gonna sign with the Wizards back, bro. He's not doing that. He's not doing that to his career.
I don't know, bro. This man is on a different level.
Let's be real. Let's be realistic.
Know.
No.
Like, I mean, what?
Because
what else could he be waiting on?
He just, I think in his heart, he's just being loyal to the organization. Like, think about it. Remember when this shit, OKC situation, Westbrook and Paul George, the next one went right away. I don't think it's the same situation with Bill. I think Bill, like, after the season, I got a player option. Why waste my time playing he already said it actually on a podcast. He said, why waste my time playing on another team where that team might not fit me? The grass not always green on the other side. So why basically go into a new team with 1 year left on your contract, basically, when you can just play this last year out with an organization where you know to trust you, put the ball in your hands, you can do what you do, and after the season, you choose your own fate. That's the best option. Well, it's not the best option. Honestly, it's not. My bad. You should request a trade, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, you just sit up. You just rather just sit up there and lose all day.
If the Warriors make the most sense, bro. Why? They drafted a point guard who's good. They drafted a small forward who's good, who's going to be a star, and you add James Wiseman if you want it, or Wiggins. Like, that's a great trade. Moody, Kuminga, Wiggins or Wiseman for Bill. You get your young talent. Like, and you can probably get future first round picks too.
I'm taking that tomorrow. If they offer me that tomorrow.
Yeah.
For a dude that's gonna leave anyways, I'm taking that tomorrow.
It's all on Bill, man. But that's it for episode 66 of Facts and Stats. Westbrook is Westbrook is a Laker. NBA draft wrap up. And that's pretty much it. That's all we have for y'all today, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend about everything that we got going on over here. Cole, we appreciate you coming on again.
Appreciate y'all boys for having me, man.
All right, fellas.
All right, y'all.